Love
All
that.
right, packing wisely can help us enhance our travel experience by ensuring comfort, security, and respect for local customs. Here are 5 items to leave at home to avoid common style mistakes. This episode is all about packing, travel, but we are also going to help you decide what to pack, but what should we leave at home? Now, I want you to take about 10 seconds. Go ahead and leave in the comments what you think that we should leave at home. And I'm going to list 5, and let's see what our other hosts think. The first one I have to leave at home is, I know you all want to give it up with like all your accessories, but is your expensive jewelry. Yes, like, so the watches and the earrings, I would also do like costume jewelry or like maybe like those knockoff pieces and leave all the jewelry at home.
Yeah, like people wear fake engagement rings.
Yes.
Like that.
I know. I just keep thinking back to like, you know, the Kim Kardashian stuff and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, don't bling up, don't, you know, leave that kind of stuff at home. The next thing that you should also leave at home is anything that has a symbol of like a flag or even like a state or United States or anything like that, because sometimes it can offend certain people and you don't want to draw attention to yourself. What do you all think about that? Like if you want to like if I went to Paris and France or London or whatever, I do not wear United States stuff. Like I do not want anybody to know I'm here. I kind of want to blend into the background.
You don't want to call yourself out as a tourist.
Yeah, I don't want to look like a tourist. And if someone like doesn't like America or whatever it is that I'm wearing, like I don't want them to kind of.
What
I would
I'm
say
thinking, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, that's okay. What I'm thinking, being from Ohio, is I'm just like imagining all the Ohio people wearing their Ohio State stuff in, you know, as they're like trucking through Europe or whatever.
And everything.
And yes, we have lots of songs. I can see how it actually could be fun because there will be like someone, you know, in another country being like, OH! And it could like add a sense of camaraderie, which would be fun, but I wouldn't do it myself. But depending on depending on like the situation or the school, if there's something happening that's controversial, that could draw negative attention.
Well, I would say another big example would that be the Olympics are coming up. So if I'm going to, you know, hey, represent America or go to that country, where I would wear something then. But that I understand. So much,
I was actually thinking about the Olympics when I came to that. And I was like, okay, if I was going to the Olympics, I still don't think I would wear something to U.S. I'm just scared right now. We're getting so much backlash. I just wouldn't. I would want to blend in the background. Also, because I am traumatized from being arrested in Mexico. So let me just make that clear. I will not be wearing anything that draws attention to me at all.
I might ask you to retell that
or
story later.
Or making out with strangers at bars.
I was like, I might have you retell that story in my next roundtable just to catch people up, because that one is wild. But no, that's a valid.
I can see how that would change your travel ideas for a long time. So you're okay with that. I think that's fair.
Thank you. Up next is an obvious one, but sometimes we forget because I actually do see this out and about, especially on cruises and stuff. Offensive or too provocative clothing for certain countries, cities, you know, all those kinds of things.
Especially because you should be doing your research regardless of where you're traveling to make sure that you are following, you know, the cultural norm, but also respecting where you are visiting. And not only that, but like you're saying, leave anything that could potentially cause offense at home and you'll be fine.
I think a lot of people forget that just because we're Americans and we travel abroad, we think that our rights carry with us to these other cultures and countries, and they don't. They really don't. You may end up in some place like Floyd Mayweather in jail and can't get out because you don't know the customs of paying your things on time and what that means for the people in your entourage. I don't know if you've heard about that, but again, you got to remember that just because you're Americans, you have certain rights, does not always mean that they translate someplace else. So do your research, figure out what you can wear here or what you can't wear there, or what has to be respectful there. And if you don't like that, go someplace else. Go to Mexico.
And that's also has to do with like color too, because I know when I was like training different colors and stuff, like certain colors mean certain things in other countries and stuff. So that's also something to pay attention to. And this is obviously a no-brainer. I'm sure you guys already know this. I'm sure you know this, but leave your Chanel, YSL bags, all the goodies, the Birkenstocks, the Birkin bags at home. Yes.
Why is that? Why do you say that?
You will get snatched.
Oh, there's so many pot pickers. Pot picking.
Not only pocket, but people will. No, they'll just steal your whole bag.
Your whole bag?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
They just grab it from you and run?
Oh, yes. Sure. Yes. So they also they recommend not leaving all the designer logos and all that kind of stuff at home.
So they recommend not even knockoffs, but just like logo-less type of
I mean,
accessories?
again, I don't want to cause anything
yeah.
if it was,
That's
even if
very
they
true.
think it's a knockoff or whatever.
You
So
wanna
yeah, go brandless.
Remember something about buying knockoffs when you go to different countries. I understand that you can go to different countries and get the knockoffs, but the minute you come back to the United States and go through customs, you are in hot trouble because that's a federal offense. Depending on how much you spent on those. Let's say you spent $2,000 on those fake Louis Vuitton bags. Coming into the country again, sometimes they'll nicely say the bags can stay here, but you can go. But it depends on how much you bought, and they may take you away, and you may have to stay in Paris a little longer. So remember, knockoffs are fun, but when you try to go through the borders, knock it off.
And again, remember to
Knock
just do
it
your
off.
You guys are so punny today. I love it. But again, all these are having to do with travel, and it's again, do your research, make sure that you're not only not offensive, but also appropriate, things like that.
And the
makes
last
sense.
easy tip is really not about offending anybody, but it's just common sense. And I have been helping people travel for about 14 years now and pack. And I need to follow my own tips because the last time I went somewhere, I went to an Oregon bend and I did not do my research. So I was in seasonal inappropriate clothing, okay? So do your research on the weather there, what is happening there, what it looks like, because you don't want to be like me and then have to go to Walmart or some kind of other store and buy your whole wardrobe there.
Exactly.
That is so true.
Or wear the stuff in your sister-in-law's closet that has been there 5 years left over from her children, which I had also had to do.
At least you had a backup plan.
Yeah.
At least that'll work.
It was
I'm
Walmart
sure you
and
did
the
some
closet
creative
clothes.
things with them.
Yes.
I'm sure you did great.
Yeah, you really have to check on that. I remember going to Chicago a couple times thinking that the weather patterns were very similar to where I live, 5 hours away. And you get to Chicago with like Michigan blowing on you, it's so much colder. And you're like in the middle of July and it's freezing.
Yeah.
And if you don't have a jacket or socks for your sandals,
I mean, obviously, I love to shop in other places and do certain things, but I'm telling you that Bend trip, when so there was no stores near us, it was just like in a river. I mean, I got no social media pics because I'd be looking like a fool. I was like, I'm on a no picture week and I am just wearing these clothes. Like, it was very embarrassing, but I was grateful for them. But anyway, that was like, I will not do that again. No, I know.
You know, one thing that I have stopped having to pack after learning a lesson many times, I always pack a workout outfit thinking, oh, maybe I'll want to work out. Guys, it's been 30 years. I've never stepped foot in a hotel fitness room, okay? I can stop packing that one workout outfit thinking, oh, in case I want to feel, no, just leave that at home. Maybe comfortable shoes, yes, but I'm not going to be doing a full-on treadmill workout at the Sheraton down the street, so I'm good.
And if you did choose to do that, you could do it in those denim joggers.
Multi-purpose, love it.